I don't like that one. I'm going to get rid of that one. Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh. And today is a very special day. Now, a few months ago, I jumped the gun because I thought Google Analytics was telling the truth, and they weren't. And they've been off for months, and I've lost as many as 2 years worth of views. But it is now official. 1 million, whatever I wrote, 88 views. Only took 8 years and 10 months roughly to get that far, but I won. Got 1 million views, and I thank all my subscribers and viewers for this momentous occasion officially. And I just wish that all those views were dollars because I would have a home for the cats and me. All right, this is Burgh Unboxing, and this is not in a box, it's in a bag. And this is memory for the other 2008 iMac that's beeping all the time. So tomorrow I will go and install this, or maybe Monday because I'm going to wait for something else for it. And I only have one keyboard. And I cleared out a basket and the box of papers. I got 2 boxes of clean laundry to put away. My back was hurting, and yesterday I didn't go get my Splenda and my blood pressure medication because a certain person, my acquaintance, and for what reason I will never understand, she hung her house keys on my hook and then left them here. So I was too sore and tired to go back to Safeway, or go to Safeway to get my Splenda. So now I've had to drink coffee, and the really horrible thing, I drank hot tea with lemon last night with honey, and it needs Splenda. So I'm out of Splenda. And the creamer I have, it will kind of substitute. It's very sweet, but I need sweetened coffee and sweetened tea. This is water. So I slept all day, and I didn't get up partly because for a long time because my spine, the area of my back, is killing me. And the doctor says you have degenerative arthritis in your spine, which I knew in 1984, but they said it was going to spread to every part of my body. And this is why I'm so glad to have gotten a new doctor who won't say to me, I don't believe you're disabled, because everything in my body has arthritis in it. And so that's that. All right, let's get in here. I've always wondered something. I'm a big fan of the show Dragnet. How come in all those years Joe Friday was a sergeant, he never took the lieutenant's exam? You ever wondered about that? Just stayed a sergeant for like 9 million years. So, all right, I don't want to hear tonight anything about the fake anonymous. We all know it's from Sewer Gab and Smell Gab, because the comment they made that I was evil, which is a terrible thing to say about anybody who's not a troll. And then they say he buys things he doesn't need. Well, I've been getting that for haters for 19 years. And who are they to say what I do and do not need? If it meets the requirement, helps me do something better, helps the channel, feeds the cats, feeds me, helps me live my life a little easier, then it's something I need. And it's none of your business, and yet you're paying for what I buy. You're supposed to watch the videos, and if you don't like what I buy, go somewhere else. Watch somebody else's unboxing. I need something, I buy it. Just like I needed this to give me power to do remotes. I needed a cell phone so people can call me. I needed the cool pad so I can have Wi-Fi anywhere. I need a cane to walk. These are not all things I arbitrarily come up with. Gee, I need this thing to do videos. I think of how I can do this, and then I find a way. I need a newer computer, too. they'll probably say if I ever buy what have I ever got rich enough to buy the new Silicon iMac or the Mac Pro or an iPad Air 4? Oh, you don't need that. Well, who the hell are they to tell me what I need or don't need? All right. I would not. Excuse me. I have been coughing for the last 2 days. And that's why I was drinking the hot tea with no Senda. Hello, Estes. Welcome. And welcome, Radio Clips. Yeah, the Cool Pad is great. And I asked T-Mobile, can I get another one and leave one at home and take one? But you'd say you'd have to pay $55 a month for the other one. I said, oh, thank you. There's got to be a way around that. But I just want to have, Wi-Fi. The other iPad that is here, it's broken, but it has a SIM card in it, and it will be $25 a month. So when I get it fixed, I can take this one with me, which is better because it's got more memory, and then leave the other one at home. No, I wouldn't have a meet and greet right now with the Chinese virus, the Corona crud. And I'm way past. Fuzzy is washing maniacally. I don't know why. She was doing that this morning. I wouldn't have any meet and greet anywhere with anybody. Because you don't know where they've been and you don't know where they're going. Must be going. So, wouldn't be safe. Wouldn't be prudent. So, but I had set up a meet and greet for AlienCon to do funding for AlienCon, and nobody wanted to come because it's too far away, it would cost too much, yada, yada, yada. If I had an unlimited amount of money and this stuff were over, I would have a meet and greet, but you know what? I don't think people would show up. They're not going to travel 3,000 miles from coast to coast to see me. They can see Donald Trump, they can see Britney Spears, they can see someone of far more important than I. Oh, by the way, I'm very happy to hear President Trump's doctors say he is now free of the coronavirus and is no longer communicable, which is amazing. The man is a rock. The man, whether you like him or not, will survive anything. I'm surprised he didn't have an S in his chest, or ST for Super Trump. Much to probably Nancy Pelosi's displeasure, who wanted to remove him from office because she said he wasn't going to be well enough to be president. Which makes me laugh. What a putz. Anyway, she has got this obsession with Donald Trump, this insane obsession, insane hatred. And I already voted. I got the giant Trump flag over there. I'm going to lift the thing. I got to move it over here. And you know who I voted for? President Donald J. Trump and Mike Pence. All in the same section there. And every Republican on the ballot, because we live in democratically controlled and insane California. And now the Berkeley City Council has enacted this new ordinance that goes into effect next year that at the registers of all stores over a certain number of square footage, you can't have evil sodas and candy. You have to put in healthy food and healthy snacks. And they're protecting us from the evil sugar and the evil Milky Ways. And the evil potato chips and peanuts and Cheetos and Fritos. And taking away choice. The government telling you what to eat. Socialism at its worst. And then we had Joe Biden. He did a speech in St. Louis, I believe, and he coughed and he pulled his mask down and coughed into his hand. Now that's truly sanitary. And yet he and the other Democrats complained Donald Trump going maskless. I don't know. I've ever seen Donald Trump go. So don't do as I do. Don't do as I say. Do as I do. Why doesn't when I grew up, every man in their suit pocket had a handkerchief. Did those go away? Or those suddenly start becoming unsanitary and everybody went to Kleenex or tissues or something like that? Hello, Martin. How you doing? So I would appreciate if, on this minute's occasion, people would donate to PayPal at 2013@gmail.com or Super Chat. I was watching Red Eagle Politics, who thinks Donald Trump is going to win. It will be a close election. He thinks Biden will win the popular vote, but Trump will win the Electoral College. And he got $200 Super Chats. I don't think I've ever gotten that. But Super Chat donations be appreciated. This helps me buy food for the cats. It helps me buy equipment. It helps me stay together when the end of the month comes and I'm out of money. Too much pumpkin beer. Well, I've never had pumpkin beer. I knew it existed, but just got on party. Were you staying 6 feet apart, or were you on 6 feet on the floor? Or maybe you're 6 feet on the floor now. I don't know. You know, what's the best way to watch Jordan Senda? On the floor, staring at the ceiling. Oh, I can see him. So, or is that the worst way to watch Jordan Senda? I don't know. Hope you had a nice time. I hope that wasn't the only beer they had. I'm sorry, they were all out of Bud and Coors and Miller and steam beer and craft beer. All they had was this stuff made out of pumpkins. You can see the pieces of pumpkin and the seeds and those things that look like strings. They're still floating around in the bottle. Just try to avoid those when you drink. You might choke on them, you know. Yeah, pumpkin beer. We had a bitch getting that pumpkin into that bottle. I want to tell you, I had to take a sledgehammer and hit that sucker a couple hundred times. Elysian Pumpkin Imperial Ale. Good stuff by choice. Okay. Elysian Pumpkin. Now, the Elysian Fields were in mythology. Are there Elysian pumpkin patches? Is Snoopy there? I don't know. And the Great Pumpkin, and Linus, and Charlie Brown, and Lucy. I don't know, it's what I think about when I think of pumpkins. Pumpkin pie and peanuts, you know. So I've never even seen pumpkin beer. I've been in Safeway. But I'm not usually looking for beer when I go to Safeway. I'm not much of a drinker. Fuzzy, why are you washing so? Thank goodness. Last night I had Fluffy and Fuzzy and Little Girl on the bed and all trying to get close to me. So I started going through the boxes of laundry and put them away and try to make a little more room on the bed. Couldn't believe how much paperwork was sitting in the box. So. Hello, Senegal. How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, Elysian. I don't know if I'm willing to try pumpkin beer. Oh, well, we took this pumpkin pie and we waited it till it fermented, and then we stuck it in the bottle. You know? I wonder if it's almond beer and walnut beer and what else? Are you peanut beer, cashew beer? What are those things? Brazil nut beer? I don't know. Or just vegetables, you know. Broccoli beer. What? I'm doing fine. My back is doing a little bit of twinging. It takes me, for one thing, I had to walk all over hell to get to the doctor, and then walk back to get from the doctor. And by the time I get home, I'm in agony because my lower back, they did all this, move this way, move that way, and then they did the x-ray, and that hurt. Almost passed out from the x-ray because I've been manipulated too much. It takes me about 2 days to recover from a doctor's visit in San Francisco, so I'm better. And I don't know what he touched over here. I went right up the wall. So, and I will be doing cleaning tonight and tomorrow. I got paperwork to put away in the file folder box. I got 2 bins of recycling to throw out. Then I can start tackling the kitchen floor. And sadly, we were very distressed to see our Claim Jumpers restaurant out of business because they sold separately the greatest pies in the world: peach, boysenberry, apple, cherry, blueberry, lemon meringue that Kathy likes, banana cream, and now they're gone. They're replaced by Marie Callender's, so maybe they went bankrupt. I don't know. Maybe the coronavirus killed them off. But great pie with ice cream. I'm trying not to eat pie. And today I had a bowl of Cheerios, I did not drink any Slim Fast, and then I had spaghetti and meatballs with carrots and, what was it, broccoli, so that was dinner. Other than that, I haven't eaten anything all day. I'm still very... Excuse me, I'm still feeling sleepy. Mexican slavery. I wondered when Premier was going to go to that. You know, they're bankrupt. They need workers to power up the dynamo at the transmitters. And now they've got Mexican slaves working for coast to coast. What a terrible thing. Didn't know there were Mexican slaves. So, what would you do with Mexican slaves? You make them grow the drug crop? I mean, what are you going to do with a Mexican slave, you know? That's one thing that always gets me. They talk about reparations for slavery, and yet there are people that are enslaved, either sexually enslaved or bondage or enslaved for political reasons or terrorist reasons all over the world. We don't hear a word about it. Yeah, I don't know what her hours are. I haven't figured that out yet. I can't figure if she works during the day, during the evening. I haven't figured out what she does for a living. Maybe you should hand model. She puts on rings and shows her hands. I don't know. So, oh, that hurts. See, I got arthritis in here. Well, also, walking with a cane, when I get home, being right-handed, this hurts. And so I know the feeling about sore. Both hands are sore. But, you know, this is not my cane, but when you have to keep going like this all the time with something, it hurts. Yeah, carpal tunnel, terrible thing. If I ever meet God, I want to say, why did you engineer us with certain things that would hurt, like carpal tunnel, like rotator cuff tears, kneecaps going out, back going out? I mean, you know, you had Adam and Eve were supposedly perfect, and then you got mad, and then all of us got all these ailments. And then none of our parents said, one day you're going to be old and everything will hurt. And never said once that. Didn't say it to Kathy either. I think it's very cruel of them. So, but everything hurts. At one point, I am having ear problems where I hear this rushing water in my ear. When I don't hear the electronic squeal. So, now I just put that down. Where do they go? Oh, God. The problem with this place, oh, there it is. Okay, it's still in the bag. Which ones? Which plushies? Well, there's Pokemon plushes. There's a Republican elephant. There's bear. There's all kinds of plushies. Yeah, I like my plushies too. Thank you. Everybody likes my plushies. I've got about maybe 40 plushes around here, and then I'm going to show you guys so you can see it. Let's see, there's some up there, and then Hanukkah there, and way over there are more plushes. Sinclair dinosaur plushes, a Stegosaurus, a giraffe. There is Sylvester and Tweety Bird, and there's Pinky and the Brain. They're not plushes, they're plants. Pinky and the Brain, Pinky and the Brain, Pinky. Okay, now I'm going to put this back. Got to cooperate. So, the gray one. This one? No. Hold on. Oh. This hurts too. 1, 2, 3. Getting up and getting down hurts because of my knees. Yeah, I love Sinclair State. There's one in Sacramento. Try to apply with a Sinclair credit card. They won't give me one. But I love my Sinclair, and those are official. They've got the Sinclair tag on them. There's mommy and baby. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh! Great one. Oh, you mean this, maybe. Is this the one? The Lapert Lucia, a Pokemon. Yeah. And Kathy's having trouble with her Switch again. She plugged it in for 3 hours and it didn't charge. I said, well. And I tried to read her the instructions off the Nintendo site, and she starts interrupting me, which gets me mad because how are you going to learn if you're talking? You need to learn to listen. So, I'm going to clean that area up behind me. It looks tacky. And so I said, well, the only other way to do it, it's a pain in the ass. You have to go all the way to Antioch, which is about 10 miles away each way on the bus. Take it into GameStop and let them show you how to do it. I don't know enough about the Switch. And there's one thing I would have loved to have. They're very hard to come by. They had a Dino from the Flintstones thermometer that was outside Sinclair stations. And I bid on that about 2 years ago, and it went to $125. I would have loved to have it on my wall. Dino's so cute. Nope, we have not heard from the evil one. So we were discussing her yesterday about this business of he buys things that he doesn't need. And I reminded Kathy that she had her friend Mr. Fremont, who was gigantic. And she went to Walmart one day and saw Pokemon glass straws for $1. And he goes, you don't need that, which really means I'm not going to buy it from you because I don't care about it, even though it's important to you. And Patty did the same thing. Kathy wanted a purse, and Patty goes, you don't need another purse. And then Patty went and bought a t-shirt for her and a t-shirt for her son and bought nothing for Kathy. And I think it may have been another birthday of Kathy's. And I looked at her like, why are you involved with this woman? So, I've got a lot of decorations. I'll put some stuff up, but I'm kind of cramped here. And then I have to have another extension cord for the... What I may do is take the Halloween things off the wall over there, put them behind me once I clear this out. But there's not a lot of room to hang stuff here. If I had a house and a big wall and, a lot of money, yeah. The whole closet on the left side is full of Halloween. Well, here's something I've got. This isn't decorating, but this I picked up some piece of lint there. This is I guess a placemat on the back. Got this somewhere. Been sitting here picking up cat hair and dust balls. But this goes under something. So I got a lot of Halloween decorations. That's her favorite holiday. But the bookcase, it's really hard to put pins in it and stuff. So it's hard to do anything with decorating when you have to really struggle to have everything hang behind you. And with nobody here other than moi or you, my viewers, that Happy Halloween sign lights up. But again, it's only got this stupid 2-foot cord. I would have to get a power strip, run the power strip into another power strip into another power strip, and then plug everything in. The ones on the wall work on batteries. So, And those things should really not be plugged in. They should be in with batteries. Maybe they're not powerful enough to run the LEDs. And I miss my Costco microwave popcorn. I don't know if it's conducive to losing weight or not. Hey, there's somebody's truck or car. It sounds like a lawnmower down there. That is noisy. There he goes. So, and I used to work at a Shell station, but the Dino dinosaur, my Brontosaurus, not the name they renamed it. I have those old extension cords, but the problem with the old extension cords, not the power strips, is the plugs, they don't always take that third, whatever the hell that thing's called, the third plug. So they're kind of useless. Some of them have a thing where they'll take the first two, but then there's nowhere to plug the third one in. I guess that's a grounding plug. So he's gone now. Or he's here, it. So I will be going out in the next couple of days at night, dig up my light, wherever I put my camera light, and do some filming of Halloween decorations, as I do every year. I sure would be glad when I could do it by car. I won't have to walk around. But I should walk more anyway, although it hurts. So, fed all the kitties. Mama Cat and Kitten were on the balcony, and Kitten was sitting on the stairs, and I reached over to pet her, and she takes a flying leap onto the next stairwell level and runs down the stairs. Oh, Kitten. I've only been feeding her like 5, 6, 7 years. She's still frightened. Silly cat. Yeah, but I don't know what that does if you have an electrical short or something. Excuse me. That was a spike of pain in my left kneecap. Hello, Jack. How you doing? No, it just misbehaved just now. The back was misbehaving this morning when I woke up. I lied there for about 40 minutes, didn't get up because it hurt, and now my left knee decided to call in. I'll be your pain friend today on the pain card line. 1-800-100-OW-OW-OW. I wonder if I can get away with this. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah. Remember this. 2 seconds, I think, get away with it.
The Rockies, you're on the air. Hi.
There you go. By the way, I found a piece of paper. Someone sent me a packing list, and on the bottom, Art Bell is back on the air. And I've got to look at that thing and see when they sent that to me. I kept that as a memento. It's got to be 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Art Bell. Yeah, Art Bell. And there are people selling Art Bell shirts all over the place, but I get my shirt removed from Spreadshirt because I'm violating the rights of the Bell family. Something ain't fair about that. That's got to have been done by trolls. I think I sold about 6 shirts. I never made a profit. And I had permission of Art Bell to do it. No. It's a 2-second recording of Art Bell.
The Rockies, you're on the air. Hi.
And it cut off. It doesn't have the whole West of the Rockies. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hi. And I have to go back and actually listen to Art and call the wild card line at 702-685-2177. How come I can remember that? And I can't. It took me 2 years to remember my phone number, but I can remember Art Bell's phone number now. Yeah. Great tragedy to the world, broadcasting otherwise. I miss Art. I don't know about Shoutbox. Never heard of Shoutbox. What are you gonna do? Stand in the box and shout? Hello, Art! Are you there? And that's another thing. How come we haven't had an Art Bell seance where they try to contact Art? Can you get a psychic to call Art? And when they say has to put you on hold or go into a commercial, yeah, what do the dead do? They have commercials in heaven. You try to call them with a psychic. Hold on, I'm in talking Napoleon right now. We'll put you on hold. You're caller number 3. Well, it depends on who it is. I'm rather sensitive, but I know things are wrong. I can't pin it down like my mother could. She knew everything. We know that was the evil Weatherhead. Snorlight in the desert. So. Turn the tape over to the other side of the stream. Turn the tape over. Somebody had those tapes for sale on eBay within the last 3 months. They wanted $900 or $1,000 from those things are rather rare now. If I had $1,000, I'd buy them for my collection. But the idea of paying $1,000 cassette tapes. Remember Jimmy Church left Art Bell's network. So I've always called him the traitor. I won't listen to Jimmy Church. And George, well, I listened to George the other night. He had some guy on about something. Yeah. So, I listened to one guy other than George, and that's George Knapp. So. What? What? Go troll user rich. What? I don't understand that. Go troll user rich life of road trips. What does that mean? You want to explain that to me, Lucy? I'm a little confused. Or puzzled. That one's weird. Yeah, well, some idiot decided to tell YouTube that having a thing with the opening from the 1947 Mutual or ABC network on Roswell was a copyright infringement. And I told YouTube, you can't copyright this. Where is it? And that's all I got. But they took that whole broadcast and appended it to their rock song. And I said, that's in the public domain. You can't stop me from using that. I got a copyright strike for that crap. I said, you can't copyright Morse code. Yeah, but this is YouTube saying it. They removed the strike, but I've never been able to use that opening again because it's in their stupid rock song. If anything, Mutual doesn't exist anymore. I don't remember, I used to know, whether it was on Mutual or ABC, but it was the announcement that the Air Force has got a flying disc in. Yeah, well, we don't mention that name. No troll mentions here. So, hold on. We're not going to give trolls any publicity. Yeah, we don't want to talk about him either. So, let me scroll down here. Yeah, because the trolls they did a coordinated campaign. I don't know if they ever really did it or not, or they said they did it. They went and harassed Coast to Coast and Premier Radio Network, and I think that's another reason why my videos are no longer wanted on Coast to Coast. I was supposed to, in February, 2 or 3 years ago, do a video a month for 8 months. The first week of January, Tom Danniger goes, do 8 and send them in. And we'll have enough for 8 months of videos. And 2 weeks later, we decided to go in another direction. And I heard that, I was told by numerous sources that the trolls from Sewergab and Elgab put pressure on the network to get me off of Coast to Coast. I don't know if it's true or not. I've never been able to sit down with George Norrie without Tom Danniger and George Norrie not drinking large quantities of adult beverages to ask him why was I thrown off a Coast, because every time George is there, Tom is his watchdog, and I don't get anything done. I did make a suggestion that UFOCon to put me on the network, and I got silence from George. So now, personally, I and others feel that George or Tom, and I think it's more Tom, feels threatened by me, although it's kind of silly. I mean, I have trouble talking, and this list comes out because I'm missing teeth, and I have an overbite. Anybody would say they had an underbite. But some shows I've heard in George are not very good. And Punnett and Kathy Garr, Lisa Garr, and whoever the hell else they got on the weekend, Dave Schrader. I think Dave Schrader is on Midnight Desert now, but don't quote me. But I don't listen to them. I listen to Jim Harold, and I listen to, God, I'm terrible with names. I send them email all the time. The other Jim who does paranormal. But, yeah, a million, but I'm not PewDiePie. I'm not Mr. Beast. There are others with more views than I do. So, and certainly more money. But I don't listen to Ian Punnett. I don't listen to whoever that is. One show a week? Come on. On some ghost show on TV now making big bucks. Well, hold it. Is the ghost making big bucks or is Schrader making big bucks? I just don't like, I've never liked, the only guy other than Knapp I liked was John B. Wells with the deep voice. John B. Wells. Whatever his thing is. I was reposting his videos, and I haven't done that in a while. I should start doing that again. I love John B. Wells. But he was removed because he was their token conservative, and someone in the network didn't like it. Richard Syrett, yeah, I don't care for me. One of those guys in the weekend, I think it's Richard, always talks about hockey. And I'm not into hockey, except I follow the Penguins. I'm not even sure when we play hockey, when hockey starts. It was never on my radar as a kid, hockey. When do the Canadians and the Maple Leafs and the Blue Hawks, Blue Chickens, whatever they were, start playing hockey? Long before the Penguins. Gordie Howe. I don't hate hockey. It just, okay, here the ground rules, got this puck. We throw it down, and all these guys go down and skate down the ice, and then they beat the crap out of each other, and somebody blows a whistle or whatever, and then the guy goes in the penalty box for like 15 minutes. Then he comes out and proceeds to beat the crap out of each other, and they maybe make one goal. That to me is hockey. Now hold on there, son. Bowling is something you watch on Saturday when there ain't nothing else to watch. 11 o'clock in the morning, you wake up, ABC's Wild World of Sports, and today we're from the Showboat Lanes in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ray Anthony is bowling for the championship. I like watching bowling because it's the only sport I can do. Not very well, but I can bowl. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch the Olympics. I can't identify with the guy doing luge or toboggans or whatever. But I can bowl. I used to bowl before I tore my right arm. I'm right-handed. So, I could do duck pins and I could do a regular bowling ball. Throw it at the pins and hope it doesn't go in the gutter. But at least I could throw a ball. And I used to watch them live when I was 16 in Las Vegas. I would walk all the way down to the Showboat Lanes because they had air conditioning. And I would watch ABC doing bowling on live. And I still watch bowling when I see it live on. I don't know if Kathy ever has bowled or not. I'd have to ask her. That's true, you can do bowling, laundry, curling. No. I saw that in Honor Majesty's Secret Service. Okay, you're the ground rules. Got this weird thing with a handle. You're sitting on ice, and it looks like a shuffleboard court. And you bend over, and you push it. And I think you use sticks. And I never did figure out what the hell James Bond was doing in that entire sequence. And unless they want you to curl your hair, which is a whole other thing, it could be painful. You hit your head with that thing, and it's red hot. And, I don't know. I don't know from curling, Shuffleboard. I've done shuffleboard. I've done croquet, and I still don't know what the hell you were supposed to do after 60 years of croqueting. Okay, you got these hoops, and you got this wooden thing that's got all these wooden balls in it, and you got this mallet. You hit the mallet, you put your foot on the one mallet ball, and then you hit it with the other ball, and it goes, and you're supposed to get it down through the hoops or something. Horseshoes, that's another thing. Okay, you got a horseshoe here. You try to get a ringer around this metal stake in the ground, and it lands in sand. You hope it doesn't go too far and clunk somebody in the head. Pegging. No, I don't know what pegging is. I know cribbage pegging. Played a lot of cribbage in my time, but I don't know what pegging is. So that one's eluded me. A fun bar game. What do you do? You take a peg and a mallet, and you take the guy's tie, and you put it into the bar surface, and if he gets loose, he wins. I don't know. What the hell is pegging? I have no clue what this is. You tell me a game, and you don't say what it is. What the hell is pegging? Long shuffleboard. Oh, the other thing I used to play, and I saw one, I think, on YouTube where it was restored. They used to have a thing where you had, I gotta put this in my iPad, by the way. You had this bowling machine, and you had a metal puck, and it had little pins, raised pins on the board, and you had sawdust, and you would throw it down the thing, and there were plastic bowling pins, and if you activated the trigger, the bowling pin would fold up and you'd get 8 or you'd get a strike. I was really good at that. If I ever became rich and had my house, that's one of the games I'd have. The other one is the home run game, where you'd put the quarters in and you'd hit the button to swing the bat and try to get into the upper deck to hit a home run. I love that thing too. So those are the two things I was really good at. And the one I haven't seen that's must be hard to find, is the sit-down version of Spy Hunter. I love Spy Hunter. And I love Rampage. I love Mappy, Space Invaders. What else? Asteroids. Because I always liked the PDP-1 version, the mainframe version, because you could cheat. It'd be really mean. Here comes the saucer. Here comes your little spaceship. Look like came from Destination Moon. And you push a button, it's got a little thrust coming out of the back. But you could cheat, have the sun increase its gravity, and both ships be sucked into the sun and blow up. But Custer's Last Stand, one of the most infamous games ever put out in Atari. By the way, I was in Half Price Books Friday, and Atari cartridges are selling for $9 a piece. It's amazing. There was a time you couldn't give those away. I sell old Atari cartridges. By the way, have you ever wondered? Here's floor dust. This is catnip mixed with dust, mixed with God knows what. But I couldn't believe they were charging $9 for like 20-year-old. Yeah, the Intellivision. There was an Intellivision football. There was one for basketball, which my friend Glenn had. There was one for baseball. He had all those things. He had a ColecoVision. He had Atari. He had Atari Vision. We played a lot on the Atari Vision. He had the Mattel Intellivision too. We played a lot of that. Love the Intellivision. Hold on, I'm gonna get up from there. Problem is, my stuff's in storage. Now, if I can get to this, and I don't have any connectors, I think it's all in Kathy's storage, and if she ever gets, she told me something that was mind-boggling. She said since she had to move out of her 2-bedroom apartment, and it's $96 a month for her storage, I said, time to go in there, when we get a car again, time to go in there and start throwing some stuff out. Not the word I used. She said she's paid $10,000 in storage fees. You realize you could buy a house for that? Hold on. Now, I have the connectors, I have the joysticks, I have the power supply. I think it's all in Kathy's storage. And boy, is this dusty. Atari Dusty 5200. Most people did not have a 5200, but I did, and a 2600. You put the cartridge in the middle there. Press the button. And no, this is not the one that lifted up. And there the joystick, and back there's where you plugged it in. So that's sitting in my closet. Let's see, when was this made? Weird. No date. This is model number 5200. What's that? Little door here, it doesn't open. I wonder what it's for. Well, anyway. $5,200 would play 2,600 games and its own games. But I don't remember enough about it. I do have a TV would work with. But over there, I'll have to eventually look this up on eBay and see what I would have to get for it to get it running again. Put it on my Sony and do a video. Oh boy, was that dusty. Yeah. Oh, I can get the cartridge once I get a power supply and a joystick, and I can just go to Half Price Books and buy 3-4 cartridges. The one game that drove me nuts, I was no good at, Pitfall. And then I would play Crystal Caverns with Bentley Bear, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, Superman, which was terrible, E.T., which sucked. And Tank, Pong. Beat 'em and eat 'em. You're getting into the kinky. Yeah, Pitfall, the crocodiles. I would try to get across a crocodile. Plap, that's it. Goodbye. I more wanted to see a game where I could get past the buffet, you know. Swinging a rope and see if we can get past the buffet without stopping at the buffet. Far more dangerous than crocodiles. Well, this isn't my cane. This is a this is a curtain rod, but I'm going to paint it gold so I can be the king. You know, it'd be neat if I could get one of these with a little Van de Graaff generator and have like. I can get some and make me up. Yeah, pimp your video. That's it. I'm here to pimp your video tonight. Yes. Get my pimp hat. And, the problem is all those costumes. We want Spirit for large people because they're never made for big people. You know, it's really hard to find. I wanted a Karnak hat too, and found one. But when you have a 7 3/4 hat, it's really hard to wear hats. And Kathy put a hat on me. If you watch the Spirit Store video, the damn thing wouldn't fit on my head. It's too small. So I make this. I'd have to get like, because this is actually a curtain rod that someone threw out. But of course, if I wanted to and could figure out how and had some electrical, take this and put a LED in there or something, or a fluorescent tube. So it makes it up. But what I'm going to use it for is hanging. I'm going to get another. There's nothing on the other end, which is sad because if it had a screw in, I could have 2 of these. I may have to buy one. This was from Ross that somebody bought and left the other end. I don't know why. And I've thought of it. There used to be at the Jack Tar Hotel in San Francisco, they had Pimp 1 and Pimp 2. They had the Pimp Convention. I went in and I was boggled. A whole bunch of guys dressed like pimps. They were real pimps. And all their women. And the women were, you know, they had strips of clothing that were about you know, gorgeous women. But they had 2 pimp conventions there. I couldn't believe there were pimp conventions. They all showed up in their Eldorados and their Biarratzes and Ferraris and whatever else they had, and I just sat there at a couch and just watched them all go by. I didn't bother them, but found them by accident. So no, but as a gag, if I ever won the lotto, I won't tell you what I would do, but it would drive the trolls nuts, you know. Have my guy from Pittsburgh slave harem. My cleaning slaves. I'm here to do my bidding. The master's spoken. God, I'm sounding like Gorgamel from what is that damn thing? The Blue Smurfs, or was he from He-Man? I can't keep track of these guys. But, Pimp My Cane. There you go. Pimp My Cane. I want to get exhibit back and have him pimp a ride for me. You know, like custom make my Burgh mobile. You know. I watched this video the other day where they were cutting up cruise ships. That shows you how the coronavirus has affected the cruise ship industry. They were actually dismantling cruise ships in Turkey. And I went, whoa. I watched things, how they built cruise ships and how they built liners, but they tore them down. And then we had the problem with Smurfette. Explain to me, Lucy, how you got the whole town of Smurfs, you got Smurfette, and there's no other female Smurfs. And Smurfette had to be helping create all the Smurfs. Unless they hatched out of eggs or something, or spores, or pods. I don't know. I never watched the Smurfs, except flicking the channel, there'd be the Smurfs. Kathy didn't like them either. I think they came from France, which means they were extra strange. Maybe I could pimp the liberal Democrats. That would re-educate them, you know, in conservative values. After they clean my house and cook dinner, buffet style. There is one thing I would do if I had 108 or one of those big outdoor 115-inch sets. I put Pong on it. Go full retro. I love Pong. Put Pac-Man on it. Hook up an Atari 800 or 1200 computer and run all those old Atari games. Space Patrol or whatever it was. Have another one with Apple games on it. Another one Coleco games on it. Another one on Trash 80. Another one with Commodore PET. And one for PC game. I have about 7 of them in a row. Maybe in like a U, reversed U, all with gaming. Went by on the bus and it said Retromania, and it was something on the screen that looked like some old version of Max Headroom. If it weren't for the fact I was headed home and it was the last bus, I would have gotten off and said, what's this Retromania? What used to be where a comic book store is next to the car wash in Walnut Creek. I'm going to have to check that out and find out what that is. So, Dig Dug. Oh, Dig Dug. I love Dig. I played Dig Dug for hours. Beep, 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 beep. Push the air and the balloon. I was really good at Dig Dug. Yeah, I'm sure you can get a RetroPie. I haven't figured out how to have that in the case. You can put a Pi device in my Apple IIgs or IIe too, and have every Apple game in there, which is what I'm more interested in, being an old Apple gamer. Kathy likes what is that thing? Something Taxi. Because she was terrible at it. She kept running over the pedestrians. And I remember the game in the 80s. I had it on the Mac. I might have been out for the Apple. Carmageddon, where you would get points for running over people. Welcome to Gaming Retro Night on the Guy from Pittsburgh channel. Today we'll be discussing the Apple, Atari, and other Commodore Crush, Crumble, and Chomp. Or the Temple of Apshai series. Or a game that I wish they'd bring back. Either one or the other. Now, of course, we may get Diablo 4 one of these years, and we may even get this French guy has created Diablo 2 all over again, which I would pay $100 for that. Put that on my Mac. But the other one was Wizardry and Ultima. Oh God, I played Wizardry and Ultima. I've got Wizardry and Ultima, but I can't get it to work. So I would love to play Ultima on my Apple again, or Wizardry. And I saw a thing on eBay. I used to have all but 2 of the SSI games for the Apple II. And I'd forgotten one that I didn't have. Professional Tour Golf. So, yeah, well, the problem is I'd have to have an iPad or a better camera like a GoPro and have it focus right on the screen and have all the junk cleared away from my TV and all that, and have it right on the screen like that. I'd need a bigger room. They need to move the hell out of here is what I need. NES. I've got a Nintendo 64 and a Sega Genesis. I think they're both in Kathy's storage, though. And of course, all kinds of stuff for the Game Boy, the Nintendo 3DS. 1, 2, 3. I hate this. I need a. Kathy was talking how she wants a recliner. I want the motorized chair that lifts you up so I'm not in so much pain. Okay. This is not all of them. Boy, are they dusty. By the way, this turkey, this thing, this is a game that I really liked, but every copy of it that I kept taking it back, it would stop in the middle of the game. Age of Empires for the DS. I love this game, but it would stop and it would not go any further. It would freeze up. Okay, Pokemon White 2. I'm not even sure where. I've got things to hold these. Spearow. I love Spearow. It's so cute. Pokemon Y. Pokemon White version 1. Going with that. There goes everything on the floor. Hey, you. Behave. Pokemon Emerald. The Dust Edition here. How come everything gets dusty when it sits? Pokemon Sapphire. Pokemon Y again. I'm not sure why I had 2 Pokemon. I know I had a machine stolen and a cartridge. Some cartridges stolen. And something else on the floor. And another copy of Pokemon Sapphire. Oh, I'm not going to dig any more up. But there's more boxes up there. And one day I'll gather all this stuff up and figure out where all the cartridges are. I figured Kathy's old machine is crying because she's gone to the Switch and you don't play me anymore. Okay, now. You know what? Apologize this. Your demands are nothing. I've done nothing wrong to Patty other than tell her off when she took all the stuff out of our car. Patty owes Kathy an apology. And Belgab and Elgab engaged in a campaign of slander and lies against me and libelous things for 7 years. As for my choking Kathy and I long ago got over that. She knows why I did it. She knows what happened with those. So that's just for the Game Boy, Nintendo DS. She brought her new boyfriend into my apartment on Valentine's Day. Needless to say, being that it was a very important day to us, I was not happy about that at all. And she wouldn't give me my house keys, and I went kind of nuts. I'm not scared. He's not really from Anonymous. But he came up with that BS about he buys things he doesn't need, and that's been coming out of Sewer Gab for 7 years. The trolls constantly say he buys stuff he doesn't need, and don't donate to him. The other day he said I'm evil. Why am I evil? What am I doing that's evil? I'm an old guy doing videos talking to my fans. By the way, I would appreciate a donation. Thank you. These things don't grow on trees. I have to go out and buy stuff like this. So, I'm not doing a darn thing that's wrong, and Kathy and I have long resolved most of our differences, although there are times we get mad at each other. One of us says something that makes the other one mad. My biggest problem with Kathy is that she won't, when she calls me up, I have a problem, and I roll my head up, eyes up, my head. What is it now? And why, Lord, why me? And tonight was, the Switch won't charge. And she's talking to a man who knows almost nothing about the Nintendo Switch, because I don't have one. So I go looking up the web, and she still keeps talking, and I said, you need to be quiet so you can learn. This is why you never learn how to do stuff without me. And why I have to constantly go up to your apartment and fix things, because you don't listen. Your mouth is going. And I don't know how they keep going back in here. They're probably hacking the channel. I'm supposed to get 2 system certification by using my cell phone, but I don't think I can get that to work. YouTube keeps nagging me about it. I'm going to have to do it. Of course, if I ever get out of here and get VPN, then supposedly with VPN, nobody can hack anything I'm doing. It stops them hacking because they can't get your address, because your address is shunted all over the world like a subway car. But that's another thing. The owner of Burgh is a computer science expert and knows how to hack, and he is a hacker. He sold me a infected Windows 10 laptop that enabled him to monitor everything I did on all my computers. These are the people that are truly evil, not I. Now this one goes back. This is Game Boy Advance. Windows Leaf Green. I'm not Windows. Pokemon Leaf Green. I got Windows on the brain now. Sorry about that. That'll be different. Windows Leaf Pokemon on a Windows machine. Oh! Okay. Whew. All right. No. Well, don't go in there, because if you go in there, they'll start attacking you. Burgh originally was a decent site who was honoring Art Bell and talked about talk shows and paranormal and AM radio. And then one day when I started doing videos, the owner created a page. Actually, one of the subscribers created a page to talk about me, and that generated from that to trolls attacking me. And this goes on for like 6,000 pages or something. It's ridiculous. I've never done anything to anybody on there other than object for them attacking me for no reason. They don't like my politics. They don't like my religion. They don't like that I'm on Social Security income. They don't like that I ask for donations. They don't like it when I get gifts. You name it, they don't like it. Gabcast is the owner of Bell Gab's failed radio show, his podcast. I'll give you an idea about, he would get maybe 50, maybe 75 listeners. And he told me on the phone that when I was on, that the only when I was on the Gabcast and two of his people attacked me, including the evil Weatherhead. One was a total jerk, guy snickering in the background and laughing the whole time. He said, I got more people watching or listening to me than anybody except one person, and that was Art Bell. And he said, I got 800 people come in, or 1,000, I don't remember. But I haven't been on a podcast since, except for Curtis Thornton, because they would go in and it's just all trolls. And it's not fun for me to be attacked by trolls the whole time on for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Particularly, I've been promised no trolls will be allowed to call in, and then they call in, they take over. This is why these people are despicable, deplorable, disgusting, and any other you can think of. Dumb, deranged, demented, and maybe perfectly possessed. Yeah. But you see, I went on there, I went on another thing, End of Days Radio was promised the trolls wouldn't come in there, and then a troll came in there, and then when I got done the next week, they allowed him to come on, and he did 2 hours about me. The guy didn't even know me. All they know about is when they see me on here. They don't know what I do when I'm off the air, so to speak. They know nothing. Because they make it up, or they edit audio, or they record audio of me, and they put it on their own videos and video of me and talk over me and violate my copyright. But they're narcissists. They're pay attention to me. This is why they choose to attack someone they don't even know. Who is, I am tooting my own horn, a fairly decent person. I only get not nice when I get angered or riled up by the activities of these people, because I'm sick and tired of it. Okay, I'm just living my life and trying to maybe make a few bucks or whatever. No, I'm not going to check it out. I don't watch their stuff. Well, I've heard of both of them, but I've never watched anything they did. So, but I'm not going to watch anything that Sewer Gab puts out, because it's going to be garbage. Well, don't bring it, Martin. Don't bring it up. Don't give them any satisfaction, and don't give them any publicity. So let's move on from that subject. Where the hell is... Hold on. I lost the video here. Wait a minute. That's weird. Oh, there we go. There's another thing. I think I can say with some assurance that either Envy, Weatherhade, or the other trolls that are on there. Have ever gotten 1 million views. Well, the problem with reporting them for slander, the problem with reporting them for harassment is one thing. YouTube doesn't enforce, even though their president said that they were to be enforcing the harassment rules, the slander rules. They're not doing it. That was before the crud. I have reported the URLs and said this person is violating my copyright, or this person is slandering me, this person is attacking me. Nothing ever. I've even written their legal department. Nothing gets done. I get automated replies. They don't do anything about it. Because all these videos make the money. It has nothing to do with justice or fairness. And now I'm getting a headache. So let's get off this subject. Okay, believe me, if it comes from Belgab, there's at some point or another my name comes up. Everything they do. They're obsessed. They're like Nancy Pelosi was obsessed with hating Donald Trump. And you could talk to Kathy about the guy who had the fleshy, sexy, mutant love doll of Kathy that he was going to create. Yeah, that's them. But I'm going to remove that comment because I don't want to give them publicity for free. So, I shouldn't have to mention it at all. I should be able to totally ignore them. But every time I come on or every couple of videos, somebody brings them up. You won't let it go. So after this, the next person brings them up. I'm not going to try to bring them up. I don't want to give them any free publicity. Hey, I made the trash can. My God. Well, I can't hook up anything because all my controllers and my power supplies are in Kathy. If we didn't lose them in the car, when Patty messed with the car, Patty took a whole bunch of stuff out of our Prius. So I don't know what the hell's left. That's why I chewed her ass out. It's not your car. Leave it the hell alone. I had the whole car filled with about 12 or 13 boxes. She proceeded to break some of the boxes by stacking them up, took them out of the car, and I said, why did you take them out of the car? They were going to storage. I never did get an answer from her. And she indignantly got in her car and drove off. On my birthday, we got into a big screaming fight. My radios. No, because my one is plugged in above the sink. I have a AM/FM CD radio where the CD doesn't work and it's underneath the table with a bunch of stuff piled on it. I have a small portable radio that I can clip to my belt, but I can't easily show you my radios. Sorry. Don't have any radios to show you right now. Now here's a troll call on my phone. Your Netflix account is expiring. You're eligible for a free year. That's very good, and I'm blocking your phone number. I don't have a Netflix account. No, I tried that, but the honey kept dripping into the circuitry and starting fires. I used to have a shortwave radio that would pick up. I had the Dutch name. I can't remember now. I had a radio that I loved. It was a little radio, and about twice as big as this. And one day it stopped working, but it had a little wire that ran around a two wheels, and that's what controlled the tuner. But I can't find a radio like that. I actually picked up Art Bell on it one night. Art Bell on ham radio. Every time I use ham radio, I've got to take the cloves out, and it drips all over, brown sugar. Hard to do. Yeah, I think you have to have a license. You don't have to know Morse code anymore, though. You just file for a license and take a test, I think. Now, let's see. Speaking of testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. I don't know. All right, I'm going to call Kathy. What are you going to call her? Ba-dum-bum. Okay, I am live, so kindly watch your language. There was discussion, as it gets to, at some point, inevitably, about the evil Belgab and the evil other people. Were you not harassed about the love doll and all this other garbage from, don't mention his name, but guy who said he was going to give you $60,000? And we long ago resolved, somebody brought up that they were discussing me choking you years ago when you brought Bruce by. We have resolved that a long time ago, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And I don't beat you, right? For the record.
No, you don't.
Had a guy from anonymous Pittsburgh saying I should apologize to Patty. Now he doxed her. Hold it. He put her real name on the air on the chat, which is a violation of YouTube rules. It's called doxing. I should apologize to MV, the owner of Sewer Gab, and I forget the third thing. And I'm going, I should apologize for you for choking you. I got mad at you. You had my keys. You brought your new boyfriend over to my apartment on Valentine's Day. I was furious at you. So, don't stop. Private information, leave that alone. The point is, you broke up with me, then you dumped him a month later. I almost set fire to my apartment because you gave me a picture of him and I threw it in the trash can that set fire to my trash can. I burned it. And then we got back together again, so that's all that matters. But Valentine's Day, bringing him by was tacky. Anyway, what are you doing?
I was thinking about you, but but it's something that we should talk about private. I don't want to talk about on the air.
But, this guy came up with this so-called love doll, and he was going to do a show about you, an animated show, and was offering you $60,000 for the rights to do a doll with you, and it's disgusting. So, and you told him to go to hell, and Area 51 drone got on the phone, was harassing you about it too. No, I set fire almost to my apartment. She gave me a picture of her new boyfriend, and I set it on fire, and it caught the trash can on fire. I was not happy, but we had our issues. We've had our issues in the past. But this year will be 43 years we've known each other on Halloween, and I'm not happy that we have no car. We can't go out and do things on Halloween, which is very disappointing. And next year we will have a car, and I'm hoping that Nancy Pelosi, she turned down the offer today that the Republicans raised it and Trump raised it. She turned it down that we get no stimulus. No, that wasn't here. That was the apartment I had in San Francisco where I had very few books. I had books in the closet, but not through the whole apartment. Go ahead.
I remember something I have to tell you, and I don't know whether it's already been, I don't know if it's over with. Finally, they were going to have a Horror Fest convention in San Francisco, someplace I could actually go. But I don't know if they already did.
No conventions around the country are going on because of the virus. Everything has been stopped in Vegas and elsewhere. The conventions I could have gone to, my paranormal ones, are all stopped. They're doing virtual conventions.
You know, if you're wearing a mask and it's at the end, you know, you can go to the store, there's people around.
Because a lot of people aren't social distancing and aren't wearing a mask. Look at Trump. He had a function at the White House. People got infected. They're not going to do that.
You know, then why did they let us go to the store then? I mean, there's no difference.
They won't let, if you go to the liquor store or the store next door to where you live, it says if you don't wear a mask, you're not allowed in.
Yeah, I know that.
But
People at a convention, if they have to wear a mask, they will.
Kathleen, a number of people are irresponsible. They won't social distance and they won't wear masks.
It's impossible to have social distance.
Well, it's not impossible. When I go to the store, I got to stand 6 feet back of the person that made the register. It's not impossible, but out in the street, people aren't doing it. And there's another thing you're not realizing. When they have these conventions, we're talking not 1 or 2 people showing up, but 5, 10, 15, 30,000 people. It's really hard to social distancing like at San Diego Comic-Con, a Star Trek convention, a paranormal convention, or something like that, or even a horror. Remember, there's a big horror convention every year in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and they get thousands of people. That's why they're not doing it. It's potentially you can get infected.
Well, I can potentially get infected every time I do shopping.
Yeah, well, if you're wearing a mask, while it's not an N95 mask, it does protect you to a point. And you go shopping, you go home. You're not liable to you're more liable to get infected if you're going down the street and 4 clowns walk down the street and none of them have masks on. And they're not killer clowns. That's the ones I worry about. I see it all the time.
You know, when you're in a grocery store, it's impossible to stay, it's impossible to stay 6 feet away all the time.
Yes, I agree with you, but you try. Look, I come around the corner in the wheelchair. My biggest problem is always somebody in the aisle and I can't get past them. Anyway, let's move on to another subject. I just thought I'd call you to verify that what people are they're doing a live sewer gab podcast, and I said invariably they start discussing me. They got nothing else to talk about. No, I think there'll be another alien con, but not till probably 2022. Once we have the vaccine, things will go down to normal. Yeah, go ahead.
About whether it's positive or negative. I think about I think you should say, if you don't make a donation, then you can't talk about me.
Well, no. Look, I've already asked for donations on this live broadcast. I haven't gotten a one, which is very irritating. However,
that's really irritating.
Well, you think people should give me donations too, don't you? Well, I wouldn't go that far. They're not required to, but to support the channel, they should. By the way, somebody just asked, what do you think about these anonymous attacks? And I'm not talking about Anonymous, the website with Julian Assange. I mean, the people that attack me and don't use their real name, they're trolls. What do you think about it?
That's cowardly. Very cowardly.
Yeah. Now, the doll... Pook, hold on. Ugh, ow, 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 ow. Oh, that was my back and knee. Didn't like that. The doll was the Kathy mutant fleshy sex doll, love doll. It was a sex doll. This guy put her face on it. And it was disgusting.
Out in this tent bed. I always call this the tent bed.
What the hell was that? Wait a minute, wait a minute.
I put the tent bed on top of the armoire. Stella, Splash, Senda,
What the
Hydra,
hell?
and Burgh.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Somehow Lucky Ferals just came on my channel. What the?
Oh my God.
It's a really good fit.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Maybe the cats would like it.
Stop. Okay, I got rid of it.
He's an evil.
Oh, be nice. He's very nice. Patriot rally participant shot in Denver, killed in clash with TV station security guard. So, problems in Denver. They had an anti-Black Lives Matter protest. Elizabeth Warren vowed this for President Trump if Biden wins the election. Biden says chicanery at the polls is the only way he can lose the election. Gee, I thought chicanery at the polls is the only way Biden can win the election. Doctor says Trump no longer a risk of transmitting the virus. And, gee, won $100. We can go to some Colorado town that pay visitors $100 to show up. So I don't know what else. How the hell did I got to shut off Chrome. That was very strange. Okay.
All I'm doing is, I get rid of a lot of my magazines, and I'm taking out so many different diets, and I'm trying to find one that I can work around. And
Okay. Guy asked, are you voting for Trump or Biden?
oh shit, Trump, of course.
Okay.
I say what I want. The guy can't even talk and be begged. He was begging, please arrest me. That's not a man. That's not a man. If he has to beg to be president,
Yeah.
how does he expect
You don't beg for votes. All right, I'm gonna let you go. I'll have to talk to you after I get done with this. My back's starting to hurt anyway. I gotta quit, and no one's donating. So, with a million view video, you'd think someone would throw me a few bucks to honor a momentous occasion. But as usual, the subscribers and viewers don't want to do it. All right, I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye bye. Now that's how she feels. She feels that everybody should be donating to my channel at some point. All right, and when my picking up whatever, that thing, my back decided it didn't like it. You know what? I gave her a bag this big yesterday, full of cans and bottles, mostly bottles, about $5 worth. So don't tell me that you don't have money. All right? I'm not talking every video. But I have 3,566 subscribers. If everyone gave me $1, I would have about $1,500 to $2,000 right now. We'd have that. I would dump all that into the Prius fund except for the $400 for the new GoPro 9. And after 9 years of a million views, already given me $1, I would have $800,000. After YouTube Super Chat takes their cut, or PayPal takes their 18% cut. So anybody who says they don't have money is being disingenuous. You're paying for the internet, you must have money. You're sure as hell not doing it in the library. No, we don't want cans and bottles. I get that every video when I mention it. Don't do that. You know what I'm talking about. Don't give me this garbage that you can't afford to donate $5 a month. I've got over 4,000 videos, or 3,000. I saw it on my channel. A lot of work over the years. Well, how you help is to donate to the channel or send a gift card. Not just for me. I feed cats every night. That costs me a lot of money every month. Out of my pocket. And no one's helping me. Help me feed the kitties. Except some subscribers who have sent me donations. And substantial donations, and even sent cat food. But anyone who says they don't have money to donate is, not being honest. If I can send cat gifts that cost me $20 to mail off, not counting what I paid for the cat gifts, when my income, then anyone who watches this channel can afford to donate at some point. I'm not asking every video. But after, it's 2 months away, December the 13th. 2 months away from 9 years, and I don't get anything what is I would consider even nominal support financially from my subscribers and viewers. And I think it's wrong. And Kathy thinks it's wrong. Well, I can't mention names. And I did have one person, and the trolls attacked that person who sent me $500. That's probably the #1 individual contribution ever. They harassed that person so much that person wound up being hospitalized. So I'm not going to mention names of donors, but people have sent me $20, $15, $5, $7. The evil head owner of Sewer Gab sent me $1 and said, "Why are you lying about your medical condition?" No, he sent me 1 cent, which means I got nothing. I'm not $1. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Because if you send 1 cent, YouTube charges you 2 cents, you lose money. Or that was PayPal. That was PayPal. The evil person. I don't make up screaming when I bend over, or yelling, or fake it. I have praised them repeatedly. You just new to the channel. I just stretched my left leg out, and the knee didn't like it, and the ankle didn't like it. I have an injured ankle. Left ankle was never repaired either. So, but I have one fan who has sent me a lot of cat food and other things and gifts, and I've had another fan who sent me gifts and cat food from Europe. And when I've been running out of money or run out of money to feed the kitties, people have sent me donations of dry and wet cat food. Well, they're all from 90%. If you were to look at my viewership, about 30 or 40% comes from Sewer Gab, and most of the viewers are male. I think the ages are like 25 to 40, which is weird. So, and 99% of the people on that side are trolls. Well, how are you going to report them? And you're not allowed to mention full names because it's considered doxing. Well, if you hear a video and you're saying, George Senda is evil, Don't donate to George Senda because he's a con man. That's slander. Or he's faking his medical condition. Also slander. There's nothing wrong with him. Well, you define the word wrong. And the one the other day, the anonymous, who is not anonymous because he used the same term, you don't need that. He buys things he doesn't need. And it's nobody's business what I buy. They're not paying for it. No, I'm not saying now, but they have a history of going eventually. They may not be talking about it deliberately because I'm mentioning them, because they monitor what I say. And there's people, at least 3 people that do videos on me. They're all trolls. And they steal my content and they edit it. So, but they have a history of attacking me. And there's about, if you look up George Senda on YouTube, you see my videos, but sometimes you don't see my videos. You see troll videos, about 50 of them in a row. That's what gets me so infuriated. You don't see my name coming up. You see George Senda does this. George Senda conned somebody. George Senda did this. George Senda did that. And it's not me. It's a troll video. How they're appearing, but excuse me. How their results of a troll video are showing up before my name is puzzles the hell out of me. All right, with that in mind, I'm going to go because my back is saying it's time to end this torture. Because I've been sitting here too long. I never heard of Michael Deacon, so I don't know who he is. But you're not supposed to mention real names in here, so I'm going to remove that. That's called doxing. You're not supposed to mention people's full names. I've never heard of him, and I don't really care. All right, with that in mind, I'm going. I'm very disappointed that nobody donated to me tonight with celebrating my 1,000,000th view. That's all right. I've already said in the next several months, you're not going to see live videos anymore that are free. I'm going to full pay, $4.99 a month. And I saw membership videos. There are membership videos on YouTube right now where people have to pay to watch. And that's the format I'm going to be going to. As soon as I do the 4 levels of membership, the live videos will be over unless I go out and film something live in an event or something. All right, that's it. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Still not getting any support from my viewers or subscribers for the most part. Not all of them, but just the vast majority who say they can't afford it. Have a great night, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.